Hello everyone, Shinobi here again with another Awaken Chaos setup video. Yeah, so we are looking at Eren and trying to find out where all he can be good at, right? So I've been testing him out on a few dungeons, and at the moment I've been able to complete Ash 15 using Eren. Before we move ahead with the video, please like my videos and subscribe to my channel. It encourages me in making more videos. It also improves my analytics, Google Analytics. It also spreads my channel among others, and yeah, will also help me in reaching that monetization limit. Okay, I need to reach that 1,000 subscribers, so please do subscribe to my channel. Let's go ahead with the video. So I'll just show you the team that I'm using there. Okay, I couldn't finish Ash 16 because I do not have the stats for that. It'll take a little bit more stats for us to finish off Ash 16 using Eren as the team member. Okay, so this is the strategy over here. What we are doing is that we are not using any kind of poisons or any kind of debuffs per se, in the sense that no damage debuff like, you know, bleeds or poisons or ignite. We're just using basic debuff like defense down and attack down to proc Eren's trait and make him do his ultimate, so that others can also join him and deal the damage. So that's what Eren's ultimate trait is. He gains a rage whenever a team member places a debuff. So the plus point is that it counts the number of debuff on each of the enemies separately. So each of them gains him rage, and as he's getting 8 rage, he will do his bonus turn. He'll get a bonus turn for every round, not every turn, but in every round. And he will be doing his ultimate, and because his ultimate is a joint attack where he calls in other of allies to do their basic along with him, so that deals damage. So we are going to deal damage based on that, right? So currently I have him on an average set. I just took one of my set from my Val and I just gave it to him such that his stats are this. Okay, I'll have to move from there. Okay, so these are his stats at the moment: 4,200 attack, 160 speed, 100 crit rate, 266 crit damage, and 41 focus. Yeah, because he's water element, he's a blue affinity, he can do very well against the fire element in Ash. Okay, so that's the Eren over there. The next one that I'm using is my Jonathan here. Okay, so at the moment I have given him a stun set. Okay, so you can do this without stun set as well. You don't have to give him a stun set. It's just I'll show you the other gear that I've used on him, and that will also work without any problem. So he has got 182 speed, 96 crit rate, 207 crit damage, 110 focus. Okay, he needs focus. So 110 to 120 is sufficient for Ash. You don't have to give like 180 or 200 focus. No, 120 is more than enough. Okay, I have worked consistently using 110. That's because I'm using 110 to 120. That's because he's of water element and he's stronger affinity when it comes to fire affinity. Okay, you can give him 100% crit rate if you want to, doesn't matter. What is more important is to get him to that focus and a lot of HP. At the moment I've got only 16,000 HP with the stun set. If you do not want to use the stun set, which I'm using for my Luna Melissa when she's in White Tower Hard, okay, you can give him this kind of set where, you know, you're got almost similar kind of HP out there, but a little bit more focus on him, a little bit more crit damage, and a lot more crit rate. So he's got 100% crit rate with that kind of a gear. He'll be a little bit more slower. I want him to be fastest one, yeah, but it doesn't matter. So that's what his stats are. You can use either of these two sets. Okay, and the next one that I'm using is obviously Natalia. Oh, okay, I did not mention why I'm using Jonathan here. Okay, so what Jonathan's ultimate does here is to place defense down and attack down on all enemies. So he's not going to place just on one enemy, he's going to place on all enemy, and because he's placing on all enemy, each of those debuffs are counted as a separate debuff, and that will increase the rage of Eren. Okay, so that's why I'm using Jonathan here. In addition to that, obviously Jonathan also places a shield as his trait whenever someone is attacking the doing an AoE damage. So that's really good in Ash dungeon, because it's going to help you survive. Okay, why does that also help you? Because it's good for Natalia. She needs a lot of buffs on her. Okay, so I'm using my Natalia here. I'm just using the same gear that I've always used for my farming. Obviously Natalia's stats are very high over here. She's my only elite hero who is fully booked in masteries. Okay, so you have to do mastery on her to get this kind of stat, but you can do lower stats for lower flows, like in flow 12 or in 13 or in 14 you can do around 5,500 attack, or in 12 you can do around 4,500 attack, and it will still work. She doesn't need a lot of gear stats out there. You can see my video on Ash 12 that I had posted a few days back to check out what you require to do Ash 12 using, you know, starter champions, not the end game champions, but the starter champions. Okay, so this is my my Natalia over here that I'm going to use on Ash 15. Okay, she's got plenty of attack out there, but still I do not have enough stat to do 16. I need to have a lot more attack on her, a lot more survivability on my Jonathan to survive Ash 16. Okay, I'll show you Ash 16 run using the other gear and see, and you can see how it is difficult, it is to survive Ash 16, but that's fine. Let's move on to our last hero, and that is Hazel. Okay, so my Hazel is on a revival set. You don't need her in a revival set, you can use any kind of set, but giving her a revival set is very good, because then she will be able to survive herself and help others to survive as well. So this is her stats: 192 speed, she's the fastest out here, and she has got 115 focus. You do need some focus on her. Okay, and she's got plenty of HP, the reason being she's the one who is healing. Okay, and she's 192 speed. So let's look at her skill. Why am I using Hazel here? So her trait is so good. Okay, deals 100% damage to all enemy upon 4 consecutive team attacks to one enemy. Okay, and that synergizes with Eren, because he's doing that joint attack. She's going to get that, you know, 4 consecutive team attacks to one enemy. Okay, so within the current round. So look at that. So because of that, she's able to do this. Okay, and then she inflicts speed down to the target for 2 turns and applies stun to the main target for 1 turn, with 60% chance to inflict stun on other enemies for 1 turn. So there are 5 fire imps there. Okay, so because it's a 60% chance, you can get at least 2 or 3 of them every single round, every single time this procs. Okay, so that's not a problem. I've been consistently getting stun using her, and she places like 2 or 3 stuns, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. However, you know, like if you're getting even 2, it helps you in surviving the imp's attack on you. Okay, and that's very crucial out here. And she's also able to revive somebody, and because she's able to revive someone, that's pretty good. You know, I have lost my Eren in between, and still I was able to revive him, and I was able to clear the flow, and I got 100% consistency using this team on Ash 15. So that's what I'm using. So let's quickly, but the problem with this comp is that it's not fast. Okay, it's not fast. It takes around 4 minutes to finish Ash. But for those people who do not have Opal, those do not have, you know, I saw one of the videos where the run was done within a minute or a minute 40, using, you know, the same kind of a team composition, using Shane, using Pluto. But the problem is that these are high-end legendary heroes. You don't usually get these kind of hero easily. So I don't have both of them, and I can't use that team. I use an Opal Natalia team with Zetlin, and that's like pretty fast. I can do it within 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes. I'm able to finish off the runs. That's what I use for my normal farming. For people who do not have these kind of heroes, I think like this team is good enough. So let's quickly look at it. I'm still not finished Ash 16 using this, so it's not consistent at all. It probably does not even finish Ash 16. So once I'm able to finish it off, have the stats that can show that this will finish off Ash 16, I will showcase the team there. At the moment, we will just look at Ash 15 and see how we are able to we are managing to clear this flow. Okay, you can see I'm using a damage spell and a heal spell. I'm not worried about placing the defense down because I've got Jonathan over here with sufficient focus to place those defense down and attack down. You can see those stuns over there that was placed by Hazel. So as soon as your team is doing 4 consecutive hits within the same round, you will get those hits. You will get that kind of a stun on everybody, on your enemies. Okay, so that finishes off flow 1 and 2. The waves 1 and 2 were simply finished off without any problem. You have to also understand one problem here at wave 2. If your Natalia is placing her immunity on herself at that point of time, then when she reaches the boss will place the bomb on her and she will not be having the immunity at that time. The immunity will fall off by that time. So it's better that you give sufficient stats to your Natalia so that she's able to finish off wave 1 and 2 by the time she reaches boss. But even if the bomb is being placed on Natalia, you don't have to worry. Hazel cleanses the bomb, so she is good for that as well. So that's why I'm using Hazel, okay, because she's able to cleanse the bomb. You don't have to worry about any bombs being placed. You don't have to worry about such things. Okay, you will be able to clear off these flows without any problem, without any issues, even if the bomb is being placed on Natalia. The reason the boss is placing bomb on Natalia is because the boss places the bomb on the person with the highest attack, but he will do his single target hit on the person with the highest HP, and that's why Hazel was being hit there, whereas the bomb was being placed on Natalia. So you will see you saw those stuns over there on the imp, so you've got 2 imps that have been stunned, and that's sufficient. That's all that you need. That's all that we require for us to survive the hit from the from the minions, from the imps, and also you are also getting the shield from Jonathan as soon as the boss is doing his AOE hit. So that gives you additional survivability, that gives you more survivability, and that's all that is required for us to finish off this flow. That's what is needed for us. Okay, so as you can see, I'm consistently placing the debuff. I'm consistently getting procs from my Eren. His ultimate his trait is getting procced just because I have got all these debuffs coming in, and yeah, I need those imps there for those debuffs to come in so that I can get Eren to do his trait. Okay, that's what is very important for me. And you can also see how well Hazel is able to heal everybody. You can see the procking over there. Eren has now procced it, and now I've got joint attack on everybody. I've got those consecutive hits, and immediately Hazel was able to place that speed down and also place a lot of stuns. You can see how many stuns were there, and also because my Jonathan is on a stun set, I'm able to stun a lot more people. I'm getting more procs of stun, and that's the beauty of this comp. Okay, that's the beauty of this comp. It is readily available. It is a budget version of any other kind of comp. You don't have to have a lot other than Eren. You don't have to have any other legendary with you. Easily accessible epics. Of course, it's not very easy. You have to summon them. Hazel, you have to be lucky to summon Hazel and Jonathan, but they are epics. Every 20 summon, you are guaranteed an epic. So using this epic, I'm able to get a really good comp. I'm able to finish at an average rate of 4 minutes. Okay, it's not 3 minutes 48 is the time that's shown here, but it's an average of 4 minutes because every run is not going to be the same. So yeah, for an average of 4 minutes, you can easily do Ash 15 with this budget team, and they're all free to play. Okay, Eren, you're getting it during the event. use him, build this team up, and you can do Ash 15. But yeah, Ash 16 requires more stats. I need more HP on my Jonathan, more HP on my Hazel, more HP on my Natalia and my Eren, without sacrificing the damage from both of them. Yeah, so that's the team. That's it from me. Let me know what you think about this team. Let me know, yeah, do let me know what you think about this team in the comments. And yeah, I will be testing more teams of Eren, and will be posting more videos on him. So until then, peace, love, and blessings to all of you. Please do so, like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Until then, bye.